Hi everyone, you're welcome to Massive Media Analysis. We say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening depending on your time zone. This analysis is purely on the comparative analysis of behaviors of the southeastern governors and that of Governor of Benue State, Governor Samuel Otom. His antecedents and outspokenness has belittled the southeastern governors, and he used this opportunity to teach the southeastern governors on how to defend their own people and not the Fulanis. He made it clear in his interviews, in his broadcast, in everything. But we are going to use this opportunity to give Governor Otom time to teach the Igbo politicians how to protect their own citizens, to provide for their own citizens, and to be proud of their own citizens, and not to be proud of the Fulanis, not to protect the Fulanis, not to guard the Fulanis. You will hear directly as we proceed in this very analysis. Governor Otom of Benue State is very angry and blamed the Igbo governors on their attitude towards the destruction in Igbo land, the Fulani conspiracy to destroy Igbo land, and the use of Igbo governors and politicians to destroy Igbo land, especially on the part of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu's agitation, according to him, is not for destruction of Igbos, is to ensure that the Igbos are integrated properly into the society of Nigeria and provided with the proper amenities like those in the north. Governor Otom was emphatic to inform the southeast governors that Nnamdi is only agitating. He made it clear to the federal government of Nigeria, of Buhari, that Nnamdi is only agitating like any other agitator, and has the provisions of law backing him to do so. He has not killed anybody like the Fulani, his men, Boko Harams, ISWAP, Fulani bandits, and the Fulani kidnappers that are killing people all over the country. He reminded both the Igbo governors and the politicians as well as the federal government that Nnamdi has not done anything wrong. Governor Otom questioned why is the federal government not arresting Fulani, his men, the killers that ravage the country, taking people's land, raping women, killing, and even shooting down the Nigerian Air Force fighter jet. He wondered why the southeastern governors are not speaking out. But the fact remains that the southeastern governors are comfortable because they use it as a means of making money. They created the problem with the help of federal government of Nigeria. Today, the governors represent the 16th to 19th century slave trade merchants that sold their people to British slave merchants in the slave trade era for drinks, sweet bread, shoes that were easily consumed but created life-lasting problems. Fortunately, the Igbo governors are behaving as if they are not seeing the terroristic act of the Fulani Hismen, bandits, ISWAP, Boko Harams, kidnappers at all. They pretended such things do not take place in Nigeria. Where it does, it is the IPOP that is the Boko Harams, the ISWAPs, the Fulani bandits, the Fulani kidnappers, the Fulani men. That is how they see it, to ensure that there is no development in the southeastern state. They use this as a cover-up to ensure that the continuity of slave trade will continue in the southeastern state. It is only the Igbo politicians that do not see what international community see. For instance, the Fulani bandits and his men have been regarded as one of the deadliest terrorist organizations in the world. But to Igbo politicians, the international community is telling lies. They are defending the Fulanis, and they see the Fulanis as their own personal god, provided they receive money from the Fulani government. No Igbo politician has ever condemned activities of Boko Haram, ISWAP, Fulani bandits, Fulani men, Fulani kidnappers, ravaging the entire nation. No Igbo governor has ever done so. They only blame their people, they only blame IPOP, they only blame the youths, they only blame the women, they only blame the men, they only blame the old people, they only blame everybody. That is the Igbo governors and politicians for you. But thank goodness that Governor Autumn of Benue State is speaking openly, teaching them how to defend their people. Governor Autumn did not make mistake when he told the federal government and the people of the world that Fulani people are causing problems in Nigeria.
Kanu can be arrested from a foreign land, I believe that if federal government will exhibit the same way they will arrest Fulani herdsmen, especially Mayor Tiala, who have gone up to the killings in Benue State and have continued to terrorize our land. It is laughable and unfortunate when I heard that Mayor Tiala are calling Nnamdi Kanu a terrorist, someone who is fighting for the liberation of his people is being called a terrorist by a terrorist organization called Mayatiala and Fulani herdsmen. So federal government should rise up to its responsibility and arrest this one. I have no problem in trying Nnamdi Kanu. Due process should be followed and let there be justice. If he has committed any offense, let there be justice. But the federal government must also do justice by arresting Fulani herdsmen who have been terrorizing our land, who have created so much problems and pains and challenges to our economy, to our security, to our unity. If federal government doesn't do that, it means they are not serious.
They brought in people from outside, the Fulanis from outside, to terrorize the nation. And the government is aiding them using the military and every apparatus that will make them to take over Nigeria. And he is not mixing word. But for the Igbo governors and politicians, conspiracy is their weapon. They conspire with the Fulanis to keep Nnamdi in the Fulani detention, according to what Mr. Autumn is trying to let them know. This gives us a little time to look into what the Bible says about what the governors of Southeast are doing. In comparative analysis, we will see what the Bible, these governors read and go to church to hear says. In Mark chapter 3 verse 6, it says, the Pharisees went out immediately and held counsel with the Herodians against Jesus, how to destroy him. Here, the Pharisees are the elites of Igbo land, the governors and the politicians. And who are the Herodians? The Herodians are Muhammad Buhari and his Fulani ethnic group, as well as the British hustlers and the colonialists. What was the aim of the Herodians on Jesus Christ? Their aim was to destroy him because of what he has come to do for the people of Israel and the world at large. This is replica of what is happening today. The Fulanis and the southeastern governors and politicians want to destroy Nnamdi to avert the liberation of southern Nigeria, the people of southeast, southwest, and beyond from the amalgamated society that has bedeviled the country both socially, politically, and economically under the management of Britain and the Fulani politicians. Nigeria as a heterogeneous society with differences in culture, religion, and languages find it difficult to cohabit and blend themselves together. There is always a conspiracy of one ethnic group with different religion, with different culture, with different language, with differences in everything to maneuver everything to their own advantage over others. But to typical Igbo politicians of 1990s and 2000, they don't see it in that very way, because their aim is just to make money out of their own brothers and sisters to their own advantage and to make a bigness in their own homes and the Igbo society at large. They can do anything to sustain such ill-gotten wealth. Plotting is not new to them. They have done it to various groups. They did it to Wazirike, they did it to Nnamdi Kanu. Now let us see what the Bible says in Acts of the Apostles, chapter 23, verse 12 to 15. It says, when it was day, the Jews made a plot and bound themselves by an oath, neither to eat or drink till they had killed Paul. This is equivalent of what is happening today in Igbo land. Some governors and politicians have vowed not to eat nor drink until they killed Nnamdi Kanu, or they stopped the agitation of Biafra, or they stopped the liberation of the southeastern state, formerly known as the Niger Coast Protectorate, of which later called the Eastern Region. They are comfortable with the sufferings of their people. They are comfortable with the killings of their people. They are comfortable with the annihilation of everybody in that very part of the world. According to Acts of the Apostle, as we were reading, it stated there were more than 40 who made this conspiracy. They went to the chief priest and elders and said, "We have strictly bound ourselves by an oath to taste no food till we have killed
Diese
Paul."
neue
That
79
is
Euro teure
the
Heizung
Jews then,
heizt jeden Raum in
but is
Sekundenschnelle
equivalent
auf,
of
ohne ein
what
Vermögen
they
für
did
Strom auszugeben.
today
Die
against
Stromversorger
Nnamdi Kanu and the agitation of Biafra to free the people from the enclave of conspiracy, the enclave of destruction and annihilation from the group that does not have the same language, the same culture, the same religion. What are the elders of the Igbo land saying about Nnamdi Kanu's release, his incarceration, after the court has discharged him and acquitted him? What are the governors of southeastern states saying after the court has discharged and acquitted him? What did the governors say? What did they do? And what is their own motive? They did not accept the court rule. They did not accept the rulings of the Court of Appeal, but they preferred a political solution which is outside the judicial system. This shows that it was their plots, it was their plans, it was their interest that Nnamdi Kanu was jailed. But we want to remind them that in Jeremiah 18 verse 18, it was said, when the conspirators came and gathered together, they said, "Come, let us make plots against Jeremiah, for the law shall not perish from the priest, nor counsel from the wise, nor the word from the prophet. Come, let us strike him with the tongue, and let us not pay attention to any of his words." But unfortunately for them, the words of Jeremiah came to pass in their lives. The same applied to Nnamdi Kanu. All the words, all the prophecies, everything he said, including the conspiracy of the governors, conspiracy of his people, those who will rally around and go against the coming of Biafra, did come. And today, everybody witnessed this. Again, in the preparation of his case, various allegations were made against Nnamdi Kanu, and indeed, they prepared false witnesses waiting behind to give witnesses against him. But what did God say? If false witness will perish, but the word of a man who hears will endure. A wicked puts on a bold face, but the upright gives thought to his ways. No wisdom, no understanding, no counsel can avail against God. That is what guided Nnamdi. Therefore, the governors of the Southeast must take heed and do everything to release Nnamdi Kanu, because they are holding him in the prisons of the Fulanis. This was stated by Justice Minister Malami, who said that the release of Nnamdi Kanu depends on the Southeast governors. The Southeast governors are not judges, they are not court of appeal, and they must take heed, because there are consequences of evil doing. Go back to ask those 5 governors of Judah what happened to them, those who sold Jeremiah. With this, we come to the end of this program. We ask you to subscribe, share, and give us thumb up. Press the icon, bell, then all our videos will come directly to you. We say God bless you, and we thank all those who have been giving us their comments, and we appreciate them and say peace be unto you all. Bye.